to my Tekkit main tutorial. My name's Gaz and I'm going to run through the world of the Quarry with you today. So the Quarry is realistically one of the most important early game machines you're going to want to make. And there is effectively a rule of thumb when it comes to going and gathering the resources that you need at the early game. And that is the quest to 11 diamonds. So don't use your diamonds to make diamond picks, don't use your diamonds to make diamond helmets, etc. Just keep working and mining and being careful until you have a collection of 11 diamonds. In parallel with that, you should be collecting other resources, such as gold and iron and tin and copper, etc. But that 11 diamond number is key. So once we have 11 diamonds, we're going to want to start building a few pieces of kit. So we're going to start with gears. So the first thing we're going to need to build is wooden gears. And as you can see, a wooden gear is in a crafting table is just 4 sticks in a cross. Then once you have wooden gears, you're going to need to surround those wooden gears with cobblestone to give you stone gears. Once you have stone gears, you'll surround those with iron to get iron gears. I'm guessing you're seeing a pattern here. Once you have iron gears, you're going to surround those with gold to get gold gears. Once you have gold gears, you surround those with diamonds to get diamond gears. Now you only need to create 2 diamond gears, so that's obviously 8 diamonds. And then we have the resources that we need to make a quarry. So we have the need for 2 diamond gears and 1 unused diamond pick. So don't think you can get away with using a diamond pick and then using it to make a quarry. It has to be a brand new untouched one. 3 iron gears and 2 gold gears and a single piece of redstone. And this combination of everything we have in front of us allows us to create ourselves the quarry. Once we have the quarry, which uses our 11 diamonds, we can start to gather huge amounts of resources. Now just plonking down a quarry anywhere in the world just isn't really worth it. It might be at first, maybe your first ever quarry, because you can get quite a lot of resources quite quickly if you power this, and obviously it just digs straight down. But that's not what we want to do here. So if I pick it up again, it's going to take me a while because it's a machine block that you don't really want to have to break. This is going to be great fun. So the tutorial here is make sure you've got something with you. Right, boring. Let's go back to my chest where I put my pick and get the pick out. And we'll use the pick instead. And that'll just make things 1,000 times quicker. There we go. Okay, so we will go for time set day just to make life a little bit nicer and visual. So now that we've got our quarry, the next thing we're going to want to do is build some landmarks. Now landmarks are the way in which we can control exactly how big our quarry is. So all landmarks are very simply a piece of redstone on top of a stick to make a redstone torch, then a piece of lapis on top of a redstone torch. And that gives us some landmarks. Now we only need 3. You can make more if you want to. You can do all 4, but there's no need to do all 4. Each of these landmarks is designed to represent effectively the corner of a quarry. So if I place a landmark down here, what I'm basically saying is I'm going to get my quarry and I'm going to put it next to this, and it's going to then use this to work out where the quarry is. So I can go off in each direction and I can put a second landmark down. So if I did one, for example, here, and then I clicked one, it connects the 2 together. So I can say that now when I put a quarry down, it's going to use this as a grid to mark how big the quarry is. But obviously there's no point making tiny quarries. I'm going to want to make giant quarries. Keeping track of whether or not you're on the right level, because it doesn't go up and down, it has to be perfectly flat, is very difficult when you get 30, 40, 50, 60 blocks away. So a simple thing to do is to provide a landmark with a redstone signal. In this case, by putting a redstone torch next to it. And what it does is it submits or transmits a blue marker line in each of the directions, so up, down, left and right, and forward and backwards. Now that I have this, I could happily run over there and or over there and put down a second landmark. Now I'm just going to jump into creative for a second. So if I run over here, you'll see that we have the marker eventually runs out. So you can't have quarries that are infinitely large. They can only be a maximum of 64 by 64. And almost as a simple rule of thumb, for some reason for some people they tend to have glitches if you try and put a maximum amount of space on here. So if I put one there, that's the maximum the quarry could be. There's nothing wrong with that, but it tends to cause a few issues for some people. So what we always recommend is you just do it one short. And we need to go over here and do the same. Now you can see here that the landmark line ignores materials and things that it hits, so it always passes through dirt, etc. So again, we could do it full size. We'll just go one short, and then we'll return home. And obviously if this goes into a wall or into a mountain, we can dig our way through and follow it, and that'll help us with creating other linear things as well. So if we just update our game mode back into our sort of survival, now that we have the landmarks, I can take away the redstone torch. I don't need to, but I can. And I click this, and you'll see it produces a square. And that square now indicates to me exactly where this quarry is going to be. So if I was to put down the quarry, you'll see that it puts a effectively marker now onto all of that area. Now when I provide this quarry with power, it will take out all of these blocks without giving them to you, so it removes them, and then it starts to mine down into this area of the world. Now, I'm not going to do that in this episode. This episode isn't about actually quarrying, this is about creating the quarry. So again, we need power for this, so we're going to have to start talking about power very soon. Once we've powered the quarry, it will start to gather resource for us. So we need to have storage connected. So we might have large chests, we need pipes, we need deep storage perhaps to collect our cobblestone and our dirt and our sand, which is going to be an abundance of. So there's going to be quite a lot of combining our previous tutorials with this one and obviously the next ones before we're able to actually do anything with this quarry. So it's a simple episode, quite straightforward, quite simple, but now we have a quarry, and the quarry is going to make basically gathering resources much easier and much more efficient for us. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the simple tutorial, I hope you found it useful, and as ever, I will see you again soon for the next episode. Bye for now. Thank you for watching my tutorial, I hope you found it useful. You'll find a link in the description down below to the world, so if you want to download this tutorial world and have a go at these tutorials yourself, please do. You'll also be able to follow along with future episodes as I release them, and obviously I'll keep releasing new versions of the download world for you. You'll also see on screen 2 different images or icons that represent the available tutorials coming soon. Please vote in the comment section which tutorial you would like me to release next, and obviously depending on how many votes a certain tutorial gets, I will release that tutorial in the next in sequence. All tutorials will be released eventually, but it's just which ones do you want next, and I will listen to you as the viewer and release tutorials in that way. Also, if you have any other specific tutorials you'd like to see, please make sure you comment those below as well, and I will look to incorporate those in the future release schedule as well. Alright guys, thank you very much. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe, and I will see you again soon for a new tutorial. Bye for now.